Today I am going to Peshawar in western Pakistan, on the border with Afghanistan, one of the most conservative cities in the world. Some influencers, when they go to Peshawar, usually wear traditional Pakistani clothes. I went yesterday to see if I would buy, it's called a shalwar kameez, but it was like 10 euros, so I don't have the budget, so I'm going with normal Western clothes. Kalu, sakit, sakit. Kalu sakit. Shawl. Fajir ramen. Fajir ramen. Guti, guti, guti. This is chupa. Oh, chupa. This is Saks, Lalu, all from Karachi, all from Karachi. Here we are in Peshawar, the adventure begins. In this city it is very rare for anyone to wear Western clothes. Almost everyone wears shalwar kameez. For men or for women, they cover themselves completely. In Peshawar, there are only a few hotels that accept foreigners because they have to comply with security protocols. Well, the security protocol is to have a guy armed to the teeth at the door. So this hotel, well, it's more expensive than what I'm used to in Pakistan. It costs 5,000 rupees, but it's probably the most luxurious hotel by far that I've ever stayed in Pakistan. Here I'm going to show you a little bit in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. So they gave me 2 beds again. You can see that in Pakistan a lot of people travel together. I guess it's cheaper for them. And here we have the bathroom. The bathroom is really clean compared to what I am used to in Pakistan. The truth is that I'm not going to be hypocritical. The city is a little intimidating because it's very religious. Even in the hotel, when I got to my floor, there were several people praying on a carpet. There is religious music in the lobby. You can tell the city is hyper-religious. But if you want a place where globalization has not arrived, this is possibly your city. Here the culture is fully preserved. From this park in downtown Peshawar, the only quiet place I have found in the city, I will give you the context of the city. This city has a very turbulent recent past. Kidnappings, bombings, and violence were very common until about the year 2015. Today, presumably, it is a much safer city. The inhabitants of this city are mostly ethnic Pakhtun or Pashtun, as we say in Spain, which is also the majority ethnic group in Afghanistan. Approximately 40% of Afghans are Pakhtun. Because of the recent complicated history that Afghanistan has had since the late 1970s, with the invasion of the Soviet Union, civil wars, and the war with the United States, many refugees from Afghanistan have come here to Peshawar, and this city has been a center of arms trafficking, mostly from Afghanistan, and drug trafficking. There are a lot of weapons in this city. But okay, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. The first thing we are going to see is the most attractive neighborhood of Peshawar, which is called the Walled City. It will be a neighborhood that can compete with Trastevere in Italy, with the Albaysin, or with the Guyon neighborhood in Kyoto. Let's go and see it. The most beautiful neighborhood of Peshawar, the Walled City. Peshawar is one of the oldest cities in Asia, founded in the 6th century BC by Buddhists. And although Buddhism disappeared long ago, the city has been of paramount historical importance due to its proximity to the Khyber Pass. The Khyber Pass connects Central Asia with the Indian subcontinent. So since Alexander the Great in ancient times, the Mongols, the Mughals, the Mughal Empire, the British Empire, all have passed through here. Recently, the Khyber Pass remains crucial, and the Taliban, the American army, the Pakistani army have fought for its control in recent years. Today it is controlled by the Pakistani army, but it is still a place that we could call volatile. The old city looks like a movie set. It's crazy here. There are stores everywhere, tuk-tuks, lots of traffic, lots of people. It's full of life. It's a bit stressful though, because you get passed by cars, tuk-tuks, donkeys, people everywhere. The old city is full of bazaars with like themed bazaars. Every street has its food or its clothes or it's a particular product. This city is a little different from the rest of Pakistan because no one speaks English, and you can tell it is poorer than the rest of the country. Although the old city walls are long gone, many of the old gates of the walls still remain. This is the Kabul gate. In Pakistan, the ancient cities, the gates are named after cities to which they went through those gates. This gate faces west, which is where Kabul is. To the east is the Lahore gate, because the city of Lahore is east of Peshawar. Would you like some green tea? Peshawar is very famous for green tea. If you come to Peshawar, you have to try green tea. Are you from Peshawar? Peshawar, yes? I am from Pakhtun. Pakhtun, you are from Pakhtun, yes? You are from Pakhtun, yes? No, I'm not from America, I'm from Spain. Many people thank you for coming to Pakistan, for coming to Peshawar, given that they have a bit of a complex about the image that is given of these places in the media. Pashtun hospitality. If Peshawar is famous for anything, it is for its hospitality, even by Pakistani standards. If you say in Pakistan that you are going to Peshawar, they will always tell you that the Pashtuns are the most hospitable people, and it's absolutely brutal. I've had breakfast you have breakfast every 10 or 15 minutes. Everybody invites you to green tea, to bread. They invite you to chapati. They invite you to eat. They invite you to everything all the time. You can't walk more than 10 minutes in the street without someone inviting you to something. Every time I say something and they see that I speak a foreign language, that I'm not Pakistani, they invite me for tea. Green tea today. I woke up at 8 o'clock and it's about 12 o'clock. I've had about 20 cups of tea in these 3 or 4 hours. They keep inviting me. Thank goodness tea is a non-alcoholic beverage, otherwise I would be knackered by now. Pakhtun will say kawa for green tea. In Afghanistan, kawa. Afghanistan, Pakhtun, kawa. Kasab, Nasser, kajwala. Fazal Karim, Karim Kasab. Amanuda Chaiwala. Chaiwala is the people who make tea. Salman Taylor. Salwar Kamith, right? Polio. Afghanistan, Pakistan. Pakistan has polio. Polio is still a disease in Pakistan. So this is video, the most famous mosque in Peshawar. This is the most famous mosque in Peshawar. It was built in the year 1670 under the Mughal dynasty. If you know a little history of India and Pakistan, of the Indian subcontinent, you will know that the Mughal dynasty was one of the greatest periods of splendor of this part of the earth. The mosque was begun under the rule of Emperor Shah Jahan, famous for having also built the Taj Mahal. During the period when this mosque was built, 1670, the Mughal Empire was the most important, the most powerful country or empire in the world. Its economic power, its GDP, overtook the GDP of the Qing dynasty of China. It became the most powerful country in the world. This mosque is especially well known because in the early 1980s, from here, the Mujahideen were called to fight in Afghanistan against the Soviet invasion. The mosque can be visited without problems, as long as you do not come during prayer time. Avoid coming on Friday afternoon. The best food in Pakistan. The most famous food in Peshawar is probably the chapli kebab, which is a kind of, I would define it as flavored hamburgers, which are amazing, and it will be my first meal in Peshawar. The chapli kebab is mostly Peshawar street food. It is not traditional from the other regions of Pakistan, but from this region, especially from the city of Peshawar. The meat is put inside the bread, the roti more or less. 170 rupees, 170. Hyper cheap, sis kebab. The owner told me that 2 sis kebab and 1 roti, 1 bun, 100 rupees, that's all. 100 rupees in Pakistan, wow, that's cheap, very cheap. Roti. How do you say thank you in the Pashto language? Dira meravani. Very different from Urdu, very different from shukriya. Shukriya, mera deravani, thank you. We are very proud that all the Spaniards come here to Pakistan. Pakistan is a beautiful country. And also come to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Peshawar. It's Peshawar Street. And tell your viewers. Tell your viewers what Pakistan is. Pakistan is beautiful. Well, nothing, I tell my audience. At first, I was a little intimidated by Peshawar, that there is a Rambo with a machine gun at the door of the hotel. It's kind of scary. But Peshawar turned out to be a much more welcoming place than it seemed on the surface. And it's definitely one of those trips you'll never forget. See you in the next videos from Pakistan. Take care.